Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Talk Football Live. We're back again. Ayo Biodun and our wonderful hosts, Ola Lobsy in red representing Liverpool and Donadoni the Great representing Manchester City.
I
How you
don't know if
doing?
Donadoni is still great right now. We'll find out.
You're the greatest Donadoni. all right. As we always say, our viewers, thank you for always tuning in. You click on the subscribe button, like video, comment, share with your loved ones. We love your input. Um, so today is week 13, and we are going to focus on the big game. The big game is Liverpool versus Manchester City. We're going to start off with just throwing out questions to Liverpool man Ola and Manchester City man Donadoni. We want to find out their state of mind. We want to find out where they think the team is right now. Donadoni, let me start with you. We've been seeing things happen. City is not the City we used to know, and I mean we saw clips of Guardiola with the scratches on his forehead. You know, we want to know what exactly do you think is going on with Guardiola, and what exactly do you think is going on with City? I know we've addressed this several times, but it seems like we have to keep addressing it because the thing is still going on. What do you think is going on, really?
A couple of things. Well, we don't defend well.
Mm,
Uh, the personnel that we have does not suit the system that he presently wants to play. Certain personnel are making careless mistakes and it's becoming very costly. To me, I think you have to probably change the system, which I think the coach is not going to do,
mm.
or we continue to struggle.
So you answered the question before I could ask it. When you mentioned personnel do not fit the system, I was gonna say why not change the system, but you are saying the coach will not change the system. Do you think
Yeah.
he should change the system
Yes, he should.
mid-season? I mean, it's not really mid-season yet, but at this point in time,
It's never too late to do the right thing. The personnel he has is not creating enough chances, and even when they score, they are going to concede goals at the back.
okay.
So
Fair.
how do you think Guardiola should set this team up then? Because there's a
Against
clear
Liverpool,
against Liverpool and just in general, right? There's a clear, void with Rodri out, and I was watching the City Tottenham game again, and what tends to happen is whenever there are runners breaking the lines past midfield, Gundogan and Rico Lewis or whoever else he has played there, they're trying to pass those runners onto the defense, but oftentimes it's too late. Gundogan can't keep up with runners, right?
Yes.
Madison ran past him in midfield. Who was it? Pedro Porro ran past him in midfield as well. Two of those goals conceded. How do you think he can bring some solidity to that midfield, given Rodri's out, Kovacic is out, and
number one, drop deep. Don't the high line is too high for now. Drop a little bit deeper. Number two, the defenders have to know they are defenders first before being attackers. If you look at some of that goal, the first one by Gavador Vadio had the chance to just get the ball to the throw in. He could have cleared that ball to throw in, reset, and then everybody will reset to the defense. He allowed this guy to cover the ball, and that guy was allowed to turn. And when he turned, he had the entire space to look up because Goodogan and Lewis were not catching up. And he could make, anytime you give a very good player enough time, they will pass the ball well. These are professional footballers. The pass was very good. There's nothing anyone can do. The problem came from Vadio not clearing the ball, allowing this guy to turn, give him a lot of time to be able to lob the ball to Madison. There was nothing Stones to do. Stones is that it was difficult for Stones to cover up on that ball. It was either Gudogan make follows the run deep, which he does not have the space to do. So I think I would drop deep and defenders should do the basic thing, clear the ball first. Reset and come back and defend. Clear the ball first.
okay.
So, Donadoni, thanks for sharing. I want to get Lobsy in here. Lobsy, you must be feeling very, very great right now, right? With the latest results, right? Walk me through Sunday. Is this the road? to 2024-2025 EPL winner, Liverpool. Is this
So,
it?
so like everyone always love to see a beautiful face called Lobsy, because I bring in the trill, I bring in the vibe. I would tell you that we have seen City like this so many times, and we know that sometimes uh, they seem to be pretending not to lose
Hmm?
just for the opponents to get overconfident, and they pick up the race and they start winning most of their game. But in this instance, it seems a bit it seems a bit unlikely that they would do that, and for certain reasons, like I would say, the City team that we have this season is disorganized, and I'll tell you, I would say of the current starting 11 that they currently have, maybe four players have been consistent, right? Their striker would have been consistent, like Erling Haaland would have been consistent, but you can still see that for Erling to perform, something is missing. It's a player who is missing somewhere that could have made them perform. As compared to the great Liverpool team, very consistent, irrespective of whoever is in front. Remember, Jota has been out for God knows how many months, probably 2 months now. Did we miss him? Nope. Most people said, "Oh, Jota was good. If he's out of the game, we'll probably Liverpool will drop." Trent has been out 2 games or thereabout. Did we miss him as much? Not as much. That is what we call a team, not what we call individual players. The team we are facing on Saturday are a bunch of individual players bought for exorbitant prices just because, oh, maybe if I buy this team just like a football manager, when I buy this expensive player here, add him to this, oh, he's good in his team, he'll probably perform because he's above the average player, but they cannot fit as a team. So, what the coach is doing is gathering a bunch of players who he thinks can perform, but they can't perform at the same level. I was talking to a friend of mine when we were playing Southampton this weekend, over the weekend, when Liverpool played Southampton. I said, we have known so many over time immemorial that Southampton, when they play us, even when they are bad, they try to bring their what? A game. So, what does Liverpool need to do at this game? We know we will beat them, but do not be in a rush, because a team that consistently plays like the pattern of your players would most likely beat you if you're not careful. And that's what we did. Calm down the game, play like Arnold Slot wants the new Liverpool team to play. Run when you need to run. You don't need to overexhaust yourself. You don't need to stretch yourself. You don't need to get tired, because remember, there are many games to play. You don't need to stretch yourself. Just calm down the game, play like the champion you are, and you will win. And that's what we did over the weekend. We are probably going to do that tomorrow. We're probably going to do that on the weekend. But remember, overconfidence usually kill a team, because sometimes they think they can buy it. No, this team is not buying it. This team's got it. That's the difference. And I want you guys to understand that.
All right. Thank you, Lobsy. Donadoni, amongst
Yeah.
everything Lobsy said, he said a lot of things, but he called your team disorganized. And I want to hear.
Mm,
I mean, you
disorgan-
said no, the players are not the best personnel for the system, but does that match up with the word disorganized?
no, it's not disorganized. It's not disorganized. It's a system issue. The defenders, like I said, are thinking attack first before defending, and a defender should defend first before attacking. So
Disorganized.
no, disorganized is a total chaos. If they were
Exactly what they
disorganized,
did after 75th minute.
yeah, but disorganized, you cannot be
Oh, you agree.
disorganized for
That's what.
just
Nice
10
one.
minutes. You can't be disorganized for 10 minutes. Disorganized means you are totally at mess. Disorganized is not the right term for a team that has scored 3 goals, make 1 or 2 changes, and the team comes back. is there are careless mistakes at the back. That's number one. No, number two, the personnel in the middle is not doing the job right.
Mhm.
And three, I feel I feel it's either you need pace in the middle,
Mhm.
right, or the central defense to be able to catch up with the counter attacks and the other stuff. Then for some reason, I like rewarding excellence. I don't think Foden should be starting. I think somebody else should be starting. I don't know why KDB is on the bench. If you're fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to start. That's my own perspective about this. Um, to me, you have to a couple of changes has to be made. I blame the coach really. He let some players go because of arrogance. He let some players go just believing that hey, if they want to go, you can go, but you can't just allow certain players to go. He
Donadoni,
let
give us names. You said he let some players go because of arrogance. Who are you
he
referring
let
to?
he let Alvarez go. I don't
Alvarez.
think it was
I,
Alvarez. Alvarez should not have gone. He should have stayed. To me, I felt this Vardiol is a more of a center back than a left back, but he let Cancelo go, and now we're becoming very one dimensional.
Mm.
Uh, in the past, when you're playing City, you have to worry about KDB and you have to worry about Cancelo. Now,
Cancelo was the name I was waiting for. Thank you.
yeah, now people just have to worry about KDB. KDB is a creative mind now. If it's not there, you don't get that excellent passing, breaking through tight defense. When Cancelo was there, you had to worry about him too. It's a left back, but it can cause you a lot of problems, right?
Yep.
So a couple of players he let go. To me, the guy that went to Chelsea, I don't want to mention his name, should not have been sold to Chelsea. Yeah.
So
So
easy.
there's a lot of
Ice
arrogance that
cold.
went.
Ice cold.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
hit his song,
arrogance
but I'm
that
still feeling it.
yeah, there's a lot of arrogance that went into this stuff that should not.
It's funny that we are Donatoni. Isn't it funny that we are taking stocks? And again, guys, permit me to just come in here. Sorry to interrupt you guys. It's funny because weeks ago, I remember Donadoni was still very bullish, and this is life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is life.
Mm-hmm.
And, table have turned where you see Donadoni taking stocks. I've never seen him go back. I know he criticizes Pep a lot, but not to this level. And I want to go back to certainly because I've heard about it before, and I appreciate Donadoni calling that out. I think Havertz being let go removed the competition for Haaland. And I know Pep disagreed with that. And I think that's one. But at the same time, when you look at the money it was sold for, you will say this was a good business then.
Sorry,
Because
Biono, you said Pep
Fabio,
disagreed with what? Pep
what do
disagreed
you
with
say?
Alvarez leaving.
Yeah. I'm
I
saying
think Pep didn't want him to leave, but he
Okay,
had no choice.
I said
okay.
Oh no no
Alvarez
no
leaving did
no!
not
If
it
Pep
took out the
Pep
competition.
sanctioned it to go.
Yeah, but here's the
Yeah.
thing, right? The thing is, when a player says they don't want to stay anymore, Pep
Yep.
tends to let them go. That's
That's what
been
he's been doing,
No,
right? He
the
did that with
pattern
Sane.
for every single player.
the
Even when
player
he let
said
Gundogan play, he let him
so.
go until he said he wanted to come
The
back.
the player
And
said he does not want to be on the bench again. That he deserves
yeah,
to start.
same
And
with
I expect
Cole
the player
Palmer.
to say that. And there are several reasons why a player should say that. If you find out you're giving your best, and some other reasons Silva plays ahead of you, even when you score more goals than him, you have a right to come out and say, "Hey, I have the right to start." And if you don't want to start me, I will
But
go.
I thought we settled this
Donadoni, you
Silva
really don't
case.
like Bernardo
Silva
Silva.
has something on Pep. Bernardo Silva
Yeah,
has
If
something on Pep.
they have a
their next
love
door neighbors.
affair,
Their next
they
door
have a
neighbors.
love
Something
affair in
is going
which
on between the two of
yeah,
them.
because
Their neighbors. Their neighbors. That's why.
apart from being neighbors, you have to reward excellence. I don't see why Alvarez will sit on the bench, Silva will play 90% of the game, Foden will play 90%, and Alvarez scores more goals. If you were that
But
player,
you can all agree that Foden just started in recently playing full time. Before he
no,
was in the same
Yeah,
position as Alvarez for a while,
yeah.
mm,
for a long while. He never did complain as much. So it seems like if you're patient enough, you will play the full time game
mm, mm.
when it comes to Pep.
Eventually.
If
No,
you're
no,
not patient enough, you probably
no,
have to leave.
don't fall for that trap in football. If you get to a certain level in which you know you are good. If you are in training and somebody is better than you, you accept to be on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you
The
get to a
question still
position
remains:
where
does
you know you are
Alvarez,
good enough,
okay,
you take a walk.
in
Don't
his
Donadoni,
national team,
Donadoni,
does he play
Donadoni.
foot
The system
also?
that is played today, does Alvarez start at the same time as Alan in the same system?
you don't have to play a two striking for you can play Alvarez behind him.
Okay, so
Alvarez
So
has
it's
a
somebody has
shot
to
yeah,
in,
sit. So that
yeah,
means somebody still has to sit.
yeah. But it
that's
has
actually
to
So he
what
be
plays
to me, it
midfield.
has to be a reward system based on performance, not based on a player I like. There's favoritism going on. I hate to say it, but Silva plays regardless of how well he performs. And they will find a spot for him. It's either he
He
plays on the
has
left,
more.
plays on
He
the right.
has more. He has more experience and
It
stability
doesn't
compared
have
to
the speed.
Alvarez.
If you are
It is not a
Marcus
question.
Silva,
Remember, it's still not a question of the speed. He's not a striker. You know, it's not a
it's an
question of the
attacker.
speed.
It's an attacker.
It's
I
not
Anyone
think
a
that
it is.
wants
question
to
I
of the
think it's a
play,
speed.
matter of people that Pep trusts in his system, right?
yeah.
And Bernardo Silva is one of those players that, regardless of
He has
where
proven
he
himself.
puts him, Pep
and
knows that he will
and
execute his
and what has
system.
happened? Every single player who plays in the Premiership, especially, knows how to mark him. Is you put him on the left flank, he's going to bring the ball back to his left. So don't
Mm,
worry about. Just pay attention. He's going to cut the ball back.
mm.
So,
So
so
because
I'm
he
I want
doesn't
surprised
to
you're
have the
I
speed.
want
complaining.
to go back to
I'm
Lobsy.
surprised you're
Lobsy has always
complaining this
argued.
season. Like
Argue,
previous season,
No,
he seems to be
remember
the
we are
best.
number two. You're making it sound like a complaint. We're
and I
number
told someone
two.
that today. I told them, I said,
Yeah.
guys, you should forget for a minute the 5 games that they have lost. It's only 3 games in the EPL, and with that 3 games, aren't you surprised that they are still number 2? So that's
Yeah.
one. So let's not rule them out to number 1. But I want to go back to Lobsy. Lobsy said something which I want. I don't need to please counter. Lobsy doesn't care whether it's Gravenberch or
Endo.
it's Hendu, right?
Oh, and
Lobsy is telling us that it's the system. And I think the person that's always won the conversation when it comes to system is Pep.
yeah.
So I'm surprised to hear that from a Liverpool guy saying that they have the best system, better than Pep. Pep has been the one that has created a system whereby you
Remember,
go out, you plug in, you go out, you plug in, and it still works.
remember, we had a very deep bench before,
Yeah.
You
right?
still have the DP.
We,
I don't think you should complain
no,
about that.
there's really no bench.
Sir,
I think
you are the
City is
only
having
club in
injury issues at
EPL
the
that
moment.
has all the resources and have the largest squad.
They don't have a bench. If you anytime there's a game, go and take a look at the bench. There's
I
no
agree.
bench.
They have a lot
I
of
think,
injuries
I,
right
I think that's exactly what I was going to say, Charles.
now.
City have been struggling with injuries.
Yeah.
They've
Injuries.
had practically the
Ayo,
entire
Arsenal has
defense out.
suffered with injuries more than City has.
Arsenal
But
still
it's the
has
That's
a
thing.
why
It's
they
the
are
bench.
thing.
struggling
So,
less.
if you think of Arsenal, right? Ateta said the same thing this week. He said after the international break, he noticed a difference in training because all of a sudden they went from training with 11 to 12 players to having 16, 17, 18, 19 players available to train. And it's a difference, right? When you have people who are still just recovering, you're not fully sure of yourself, you're not going at full speed. And that translates into games. And I think it's the same thing that City has been going through. Stones just came back. Akonji just came back. Ruben Diaz, I think, is still out. John Stones just came back. Nathan Ake just came back. So I think a lot of that is contributing to what City is going through. And like you just said, Biodun, let's not be mistaken. They're still second in the league. So this is what is going to surprise me, right? If they lose this game against Liverpool, that's going to be a big statement because
It's 11 points
Pep
down.
traditionally doesn't lose those games, and that is why I expect
And
us
he
to
has
see a
never
difference
lost.
on
They've
Sunday.
always shared the points, or
He
he gets
doesn't
more
he
out of it.
doesn't lose those title top of the table clashes when he's come up against Arsenal the last 2 seasons, when he's come up against Liverpool. Arsenal outplayed them in all those games, but they refuse to lose. So if Liverpool managed to win this game on Sunday, despite what City is going through, I think that's a big, big statement for Liverpool.
Okay, so there was something
Uh,
was mentioned. City, as poor as they are playing right now, are second in the league. Does that speak to the strength of City or to the weakness of the league?
to an extent, is to the strength of City and to a weakness of the league. Even though City
I
seems
will
to
counter
be,
that out.
even though City seem to be number 2,
As
right?
usual.
If you check every other team after Liverpool, who has constantly been performing good, some teams have been plagued with either injuries or they play woefully, like inconsistently. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. Arsenal has had that situation. They are almost. I'll put Arsenal and Man City in the same shoes. In as much as Man City complains about injury, Arsenal has the same right to complain about injuries because you said most of their players are out. It's the same vein that Liverpool too can complain about injuries because our number one goalkeeper is not there. Nobody is
Mm.
talking about him. It's been out for
Let's,
almost 3 months, but nobody talks about
I'll
him.
just tell you that Keller has really, really kept you guys in the game, and everybody
Oh,
sees.
no, it's now Keller. Which
But
No, no, no,
team?
no, no,
you
bro. Let's just be
haven't
honest.
you
Let's just be
haven't
Which
had
honest.
team?
injuries
I
to
don't
your
think
Which
team.
team?
I don't think
Premier League
anybody
say
Hola.
anybody
second
has missed
goalkeeper?
Allison so far.
wait. Let Lobsy finish. Let Lobsy finish.
Then Trent is out too. But do we really miss him?
I don't count
I
Trent
keep
as a
saying it. I said it from the
Uh,
beginning. I said
Hey,
the
why me?
difference I think I'm noticing between Klopp and Arne Slot is this. One person plays a calm game. Do not exhaust the team. The rest of the Premier League is still in amnesia. They are still playing like, oh, it's back in 1998, it's back in 2014.
wow.
Everybody playing very hard game, knowing fully well that the schedule is hard. If Liverpool consistently perform this same way as we have been performing through Christmas, I will tell you with no doubt we are winning the league.
Hmm.
With no doubt, we're winning the league because remember, now we are moving into the very busy season in the whole for almost everyone's league. Champions League is full, Premier League is full. Everything is packed towards that time. So just know consistently over time, if we perform the same way, it's us to lose, not any other team to take.
Lobsy,
And
before
this
you
is
wrap
not
up,
club, this is slot. Okay.
tell me how Liverpool wins this game on Sunday, and if possible, if you want to give a scoreline, go ahead.
So, like I said, the same way we played Southampton, where overconfidence should not always come into the team. You have to play a careful game. Run when you need to run, calm down when you need to calm down. You know, I watched the City game today and I saw the way they played. Yeah, it felt like City was coming back. But after the 75th minute, you could tell, okay, this is where their problem is. They are still playing like they have a full squad. We did not play that same way on Saturday, even though we know we could confidently beat the bottom team of the league, like everybody has been beating them. You do not go with too much confidence. You play calm, consistent. It could sound boring, but the goal is what? To win the game. And that's what we are going to do this weekend. Calm game, not too much. You don't need to hassle them. You don't have to run too much. You've seen their problems. You know, you don't need to run too much. You don't need Alan can run as much as he wants to
I
run.
think it's a
We don't
criminal
care.
offense.
Give me your
This is
formation. Give me your formation and the same. Still same 4-3-3 that you guys are used to.
4-3-3, the same starting 11 as Saturday, except for the difference is this. Instead of Cody Gakpo starting, Luis Diaz will be in his place.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then so you have Diaz, you have Nunes in the middle, then you have Salah
Yep.
on
You have
the, on,
Salah.
on the right, cutting it.
Mhm.
Then you have grabbing Botch. So is it going to be
Gravenberch.
grabbing Botch, Soboslai, and McAllister, or is it going to be grabbing Botch, Curtis Jones, Soboslai? Who do you pick?
Not Curtis. He would not Curtis Jones because Curtis Jones goes too forward. So often, like I said,
This one
calm
you're
the
going to
game.
prefer.
McAllister will calm the game. Then when we think that okay, we're about to kill this game, Curtis Jones will come in as a substitute, probably like in the 70th minute.
Okay. Conor Bradley or Trent Arnold?
Trent is injured, so most likely
No. Trent, I heard might be fit.
I think Trent has
He could be
recovered.
fit, but
He has trained so far this week. Yeah,
it could.
Because you've been boasting about it. So I'll tell you the reason I asked you this question. You've been boasting that Trent is out, we are not missing him. I personally believe that play Trent against me. I love it. Honestly, if I can defend well, I love it because he's a very terrible defender. He's a terrible defender. Play Trent, I'm okay. But when you play Conor Bradley, is a problem because he is trying to win a shed. He's going to stay back and do his job, right?
Focusing on defending first.
as long as I have a good midfield, you are in trouble. What do you think?
At the end of the day, like I keep saying it, and like I will still say, the goal is to win the game. Trent
So
is
play
now
calm,
used to
right?
going forward. He's just recovering from injury. Conor Bradley will be better in the game, even though I know the coach will want to favor a more experienced player compared to
If
Conor
it's
Bradley.
fixed.
So
He's
they
fit.
should
All
play
right.
calm, right?
Donadoni, same question to you. Donadoni, same question to you. How do you see City? And again, maybe you don't. I think you will, but if you don't believe City can win, you can tell us. But if you think City can win this game on Sunday, how does City win on Sunday?
Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Donadoni.
Uh to me, so of course City can win the game. It's either City wins or it's a draw. City can win comfortably. It just number one, we have to do the big. I think KDB has to start. I don't believe in this idea that he has to be on the bench. There's a creativity problem. We don't create clear cut chances as we used to. So KDB has to start. Either send Foden to the bench or send Silva to the bench. Get somebody on the bench. I think Grealish has done enough to start on the left. I expect Savinho to be on the right.
Is Doku still injured?
He's yeah, he's injured.
Is
So I
Kovacic fit or is still injured?
nothing has been said about him training, so I have to check on that.
So that's a big problem for you because he is not Rodri, but he's being a better replacement. And if you don't have
Mm.
Kovacic, I think the problem is there. Gundogan is old and it's now evident.
Yeah, so why can't you play Stones there?
Okay,
Stones used
okay.
to
So
play that
Stones can step
position.
in. They're going to
So
have
why can't
Akonji
Stones
and
play that position?
so who's going to be the center back? Akonji and who?
Akonji is there, and Ake is there.
Akonji Ake center back.
Yeah,
Then Vadio on the left and
yeah,
Walker.
Vardy on the then Walker on the right.
Okay, that would be interesting. That would be good for Salah, by the way.
Well, what would be good for Salah?
Vadio.
Vardy is not it's not slow. It's not that slow. I don't think Salah can
I
beat
know,
him
but
on
Salah is faster.
well, it's not.
Ake is the best left back that you have in the squad right now.
Nah, Guardiola is faster than Ake
Okay.
by far.
Well, what's the
Yeah.
lineup then? So you can play Stones there, then you play Stones with KDB, you said.
Yeah, we have to push KDB a little bit forward. You can play KDB with Gudogan or KDB. You can play Stones with Gudogan or Stones with Lewis, but I would prefer Gudogan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Ayo.
but normally what I would do is I would drop deep. The high line is too high. Drop a little bit deep. As long as KDB is there, he will create chances. So I'm not worried about that. Then with Savinho on the right, you have to double him up, otherwise it's gonna create spaces. He will dribble you. And
Yeah.
Grealish is very tempting. Grealish can
Who
get
is he going to dribble?
It's Robertson. He's gonna face Robertson.
yeah, Savinho can
Robertson,
dribble
you think
anybody.
Robertson can
No, he
stop?
probably thinks this is
Robertson is
French
very
league or
good.
what?
Robertson hasn't
Well,
been in his best form,
he has
bro. You got
he
it. You
has
got
he has won
He
one
played,
he has
Robertson
won
played
90% of his one-on-one duels. So
With who? Against who? Is the
against
question.
Against
against
anybody.
all the teams he has played so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
against Tottenham, right?
Yeah, he has won a lot of the
Against
duels he has
Tottenham,
played. So
against the game
against
today.
you have to realize
What about
that
the game today?
Tottenham changed. He didn't play today.
Oh, okay. Previous game, call.
He played well in the Tottenham game. They just had
They
to be
actually created
What
more.
happened? Is
They
this the
actually
result
created
still
more chances
remains a
against
loss?
Spurs.
At
huh?
the end of the day,
I think you forgot what
and
Saka did
and
to
and
Robertson, Lobsy.
So
Lobsy,
Or have you
if you
forgotten?
pay attention to the Tottenham game, all right? Savinho was if you go and check it, if you go back and watch, Savinho created a lot of chances from that stuff.
oh,
Yeah, he
and it
Then
did.
all
resulted
of a
in
sudden,
zero goals.
Vicario,
A lot
chances
of
and
Vicario was
chances,
goals.
good.
zero goals. I like that
Vicario was
statistic.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Then
was
pay
a lot of
attention to it.
chances, zero
Tottenham
goals.
changed the way they play. Tottenham stopped playing high line in that game. They completely changed
Yeah,
how they
because
play.
they had
Because they are just better.
remember who they played at centre back? They had to play Ben Davies and Dragusin at centre back. They had no choice. They had to
Yeah,
play common sense this time around,
yeah,
which they did.
exactly.
yeah, but
So so
they
it
were
was
forced by injuries, though. It
Yeah,
wasn't
and
about
they were forced by
no,
injury. If they had
it's
played
not the
Romero and
injuries.
Van der Ven, they would have done that stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped that high line. And
And
And if you watch that game again, it wasn't as if City did not have chances. There were at least 5 chances that the
I
keeper
mean, they
saved.
could have scored first.
Yeah,
Five.
so
One
it's
thing I'll say with
5-0.
this, Van Dijk made a lot of blunders in your last game. And honestly, you cannot do that against City. I'm just going to put that out there. And you know that, Lopsy.
I
All right,
understand.
all right.
I understand.
Lots of passion, lots of passion. Thank you, guys. I have a question for Loves, so we can wrap up this session. In the news today, we've heard people talk about things Salah said to the press about I wasn't offered a new contract, or there's no conversation going on about a new contract. So that means next season I probably won't be here. I'm not putting his
he
word for
should leave
it.
Liverpool. He should leave the place. They don't respect him.
Based on that, Lobsy, do you
She
think
live on Friday night.
it's a two-part question? Do you think those comments can affect you guys on Sunday? That's a yes or no
No,
question.
not really. No, not really. It's,
Not really?
No, it doesn't affect the. It is. I understand Salah's point, which is expressing to the public,
Media.
telling them, okay, if you think I'm the one holding back the contract, I'm not the one. It's the team that is the football team that is not offering me the contract. And in as much as he has the right to say that. Also, Liverpool has the right to evaluate what is best for the team.
So what is
Because at the
best for
end of the day,
Liverpool? What is best for
is
them?
what is best for Liverpool is beating City. And ensuring that City cannot buy players that will just they buy players and they throw them away, or they probably buy players and they know, oh, this is useless. We are efficient in buying. Just don't buy bench. You come to a team and you know you're happy you are in
You
the team.
see, the reason
You
why
know.
Liverpool has struggled over the years is because you guys got rid of money because of your selfishness.
No, it's not.
And
No,
it's
no,
the
no, no,
same,
no.
and
We
it's the
did. We did
same
not. You are
selfishness that is
saying
rolling over to Salah right now.
we
Pay
did
this
not.
man his money and let him stay. All this English doesn't hold water. Liverpool has struggled because they let money go. It has taken Diaz, the run Uruguayan speedster. It has taken those guys almost 2-3 years to figure themselves out.
At the end
Now,
of the day,
after
at the
they've
end of the
now figured
day, we
themselves
still
out,
won a
you now
trophy.
want to take out Salah from the team and
That,
also
that's that's
struggle
a
for
good
another 2 years.
perspective that I don't think
At the
anyone has shared
end
about this
of the
contract.
day, we still won
Now
a
that they
trophy.
finally figured out
You won
Diaz,
once.
now they
Remember,
can.
you are
No,
making
you're
it sound
absolutely
like you
correct.
have won
You're
a lot. You
absolutely
won
correct.
only once.
Yeah. Man City won 1-2.
Yeah.
No, we have won
1-1.
4 times.
Okay, wait. So
No,
let's
I'm
talk
not
to
talking
the
about the
point.
Premier League.
What are you talking
So
about?
When Mane was there, we won the Premier League. When he left,
Yes.
we had the opportunity to win the Premier League also.
Wait,
It's
And you
not a
did
question
not
of
win.
whether Mane would have gone either ways. He's old, and I would rather he
Really?
leaves to go and make the money somewhere else, because at that age, it's money you're looking for anymore.
No,
You're
no,
not.
no.
so would you rather
Are you
Salah
saying Mane
leave
is older
then?
than
Salah
Salah?
is old now too. Would you say
Yes,
Salah should leave
Mane
then?
is older than Salah.
How old is Mane right now?
Someone Google
Mane
that.
is
Salah is
older.
32.
In the meantime, Lobsy.
You
So
mean football age?
No,
Lobsy,
no, no,
Lobsy,
no.
hold
We
I
on,
are
don't
talking
care.
Lobsy.
about no. We are not buying all this football age. The age that is on paper is what we are going for.
It's what we're going
Exactly.
with. Yeah.
Exactly.
But Lobsy, I have a question for you, just a quick follow-up question.
Okay.
So do you think Liverpool is in the right or the wrong for not
They are
offering?
both 32
They are
years
in the
old.
wrong.
They
Why
are
are you
both
asking
32
right or
years old.
wrong? They are in the wrong.
The question is on
I like when a Man City fan keeps talking, because they have endless
Yes,
cash
because,
flow to buy
they
any
are saying
players.
they are in the wrong.
Even though at the end of the day, it really doesn't really achieve as much.
But,
We have bought the league for a while, but this time
exactly.
around,
And Van
your
Dijk came
Nash
for
is outside,
peanuts.
and we are still waiting for how they are going to charge it for those 150 corruption charges. But
But
Hey my God.
we leave it. We leave that for another
okay.
day. Because
So
I
Lobsy,
know
do you think Liverpool is in the right or the wrong for
Liverpool
not
is in the
offering Salah a
right.
contract?
I'm not going to lie to you. Let me tell you something. If given a choice and we have a player like Musiala to buy, I will buy Musiala than offer Salah a new contract.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
They play
So you
Yes,
think
different.
I
They play
know
different
what
role.
I'm saying.
They play
Yes,
different
I
role.
would. I know what I'm saying. I would buy Musiala than offer
Salah
Salah
a
a
new
new role.
So you don't
Well,
want to pay
Because
Salah
just in case you
400k?
don't
you
know, you guys are going
understand.
after Semedo.
Remember, we said we
Anyway,
listen.
the
we
latest
don't
news
judge.
I've read is that you and Newcastle are after Semedo. That's what I've read.
All right then. Okay. Let's move on to taking predictions for the rest of the weekend. This weekend we're moving into the busy season, like someone mentioned earlier, right? And this week we're starting games on Friday. So the first game coming up is Brighton against Southampton, and I'm just gonna go right to left. Lobsy, what's your prediction for this game? Just give me a scoreline. Brighton, Southampton.
Brighton 3-1.
Brighton 3-1. Okay, interesting. By the way, Brighton goes second if they win that game. That's how close it is now after Liverpool. I think second to 13, there's only about 6 or 7 points separating all those teams. Bjorn, on to you. Brentford, Leicester, Saturday morning.
That's interesting. Cooper is fired. I don't think they have a replacement coach. I don't see a coach bounce here. I think Brentford is going to take an advantage of this. Fatawu is out for the rest of the season. That Leicester team, they don't look good.
Can you just give me your thoughts on that real quick? Why do you think Leicester fired Cooper?
That's an interesting thought. And I think
They're not playing well.
Yes, they are not playing well, but at the same time, this is a team that just got promoted, and I think they should have given
by another coach.
This is what I think. I think it's beyond the playing style and the results because they could have waited. I think Cooper and the ownership had issues, and if you guys have noticed, Cooper have started talking too much to the press and attacking referees and attacking the FA. I don't know. It might be around that same issue. You know, I have a feeling like that. And Cooper has not been the great person that can manage owners, club owners. The same problem he had at Nottingham Forest. And I think that's what they repeated here.
Okay. Charles, on to you. Crystal Palace, Newcastle.
This is going to Newcastle. I think Newcastle are waking up gradually. So I think I'm going to give this is a Newcastle win.
Are you sure they just lost at home?
What are you talking about? They lost at home to West Ham. And Crystal Palace went to Villa.
I don't know why.
Crystal Palace went to Villa to take a draw.
Regardless.
Only they don't change their prediction. You are right.
No. I'm just don't change it.
I don't know why I thought they beat West Ham. West Ham did beat them. I take that back. But regardless of that, I'm giving it to Newcastle because I still think Newcastle they have something to offer. And they may not make top 6, maybe they'll make the 7th position, but I don't see Crystal Palace dealing with Newcastle.
Okay.
And I think Dan Burn will play in this game, so strengthens the defense.
Is he back from injury?
He wasn't injured. I think he was suspended. It was suspended for 1 game. Yeah.
Okay. Because Lloyd Kelly has been playing in his place. All right. Moving on to Nottingham Forest, Ipswich. Donadoni. Forest lost. Ipswich end that draw against Manchester United in the
I draw in this game. I don't see a win. I see a draw.
Okay. Is it a goalless draw?
1-1. So a game like 1-1.
1-1.
You mean Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
I see why you predict it that way. Okay, City fans always do that.
All right. Back to you, Lobsy. So since you're speaking, Wolves, Bournemouth.
This is going to be a tough one. This is a draw.
You think so?
Yes.
By the way, I was really impressed with Wolves this past weekend. I mean, Cunha's goals were breathtaking.
I think the past 2 weeks they've been on fire.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth didn't perform well this weekend, even though they had numerous chances to.
They lost
a lot of chances to. They lost the game, even when you see that they had enough chances to win the game. So maybe they wake up and probably draw the game this weekend, but that's what I predict. A draw.
Okay. All right. On to the next one. This one comes to you. I know you try to avoid
Arsenal. No, not an Arsenal. An Arsenal fan predicting it. Okay.
You should be giving this one to me. Come on.
This is West Ham versus
Arsenal.
I think we said we're not
going to have the next one. Can we switch?
Okay, Charles, you take the Arsenal game.
Okay.
Give me a prediction, and I'll ask for 30 seconds on why.
10 seconds on why.
Because he's going to say something stupid.
I think Arsenal is going to win this. I know West Ham is going to.
No, don't jinx us. Just say we are going to lose so that we can win.
Wait, calm down. I think West Ham is going to step up and try. After beating Newcastle, they probably will flex muscle a little bit. I'm predicting Arsenal wins, but.
West Ham can win, right?
Every time you say we win, we lose.
Wait now, but if West Ham, they flex that muscle and that muscle is effective. They can get a draw from this game. So the possibility West Ham can get a draw, but I'm expecting an Arsenal win.
Okay, so Arsenal win. West Ham can maybe get a draw, but West Ham isn't winning. Sure. All right. On to you, Biodo. Chelsea against
Oh,
Villa.
Be able to do
yeah,
better, do better.
this is a good game. I mean, this is the kind of game you like to see, right? Because you know Stamford Bridge has to be damaged. Aston Villa has not been doing well. Things have not been going well. They have dropped out of top four. There's a reason for them to compete. Like I said, I didn't give that top four to Chelsea, but it looks like Chelsea wants to take it by force. This is Aston Villa to tell Chelsea to get out of that top four so that they can get back in. Aston Villa 3, Chelsea 2.
The hate in your
Wow. At home. Okay. So
West Ham 0, Arsenal 0.
You see?
And I think the interesting thing here, though, is with how close it is, right? There's 3 points separating Chelsea in third from Villa in eighth. If Villa win this game, they both end up on 22 points. However, Chelsea should still stay ahead because there's a +9 goal difference. So that's going to be interesting. I think over the next week or two, we're going to see a lot of changes in the table.
Yeah.
All right, on to you, Donadoni. Manchester United come up in Amorim's second game. I think he's had some more time now to play by now. I think they have a Conference League game or Europa League game on Thursday, and then they play Everton on Sunday. So technically, it'll be his third game.
I don't see how Man U will win this game. Let's give it a draw. I don't see how Man U wins. They're too slow. I don't see the magic that will make Man U win. They are not encouraging. It's a draw.
Interesting.
You
A
don't
goalless
think
draw, or do you think there'll be
new
goals?
bounce to play a part?
Sorry?
You don't think new coach bounce to play a part in Man U's performance?
Some key players don't know exactly what to do. They don't have the killer instinct. They don't have the killer instincts. They
Like
don't
who?
create too many chances. They don't create too many chances. And for a team that has played together for that long, they don't understand each other's movements. Then Garnacho is trying to be a hero than just play simple passes when the other guy is in a position to score. So it's a major difference when you have a teammate in a position to score and you're trying to be a hero. And for some reason, the coach is starting him. So it kills the morale. That's why Rashford went out angry that, hey, why am I the one going out? When this guy had a chance to square the ball, he didn't square the ball.
Interesting. All right. Back to you, Ola. Spurs against Fulham.
3-0.
Who is going to win?
Spurs. Easy.
Again, you guys forget that Spurs might end up losing this game.
I
Forget what
know,
they did.
Spurs. Easy.
They are not going to win. They might go that high line again.
That's Spurs this season. Fulham have been playing really well. I'm surprised they lost their last game. I'm expecting a 2-2 draw in this game.
I won't be shocked if Spurs lost this game. I won't be shocked.
I think Spurs.
I will be surprised if Spurs
goal.
the game.
That 3-0 is where I have a problem. I think Spurs will consider at least one goal, considering how they play.
They beat Man City blue-black.
We
And
have
they
not
lost at home, and they lost at home to Ipswich. What about that?
That's a
And
different.
they could have considered a lot of
And
goals in this.
are they number 2 blue black?
they are not.
Okay.
See now, he's happy that he's number 2.
Well,
Just temporarily. Till Friday.
Exactly. Everybody's going to play this
Friday.
weekend. But right now, today,
Friday.
if the league ends today, we are number 2.
Yeah. Facts.
And we win the Premier League.
No, they will
And
just
we are number
disqualify.
2.
They will say no, cannot be decided.
Let everyone stay their position.
Cannot be decided.
Yeah, because you have not played half of the league.
Charles will be happy if the league ends because it means they'll be back in Champions League. Anyway,
hey, you know,
They will stop playing Noah. They will stop playing Noah.
no, Andy Brown.
I won't be happy because Arsenal is number 4, though. I want them to wait a little bit till they drop.
All right.
All right, I'm going to make a bold prediction for Liverpool against Man City.
Again.
And I'm going to say Man City wins this game. And I'm going to say they win 3-1. Lovesy, what are your thoughts on that?
That's very proud of you. Sometimes it's good to predict our downfall so that most times we prove you wrong. And
Lobster,
like
what's
Okay.
I
your
keep
prediction?
always saying, you know, this is Liverpool. This
Yes.
is a different Liverpool this season, and everybody
I
has
want.
seen it. It's a different Liverpool playing this season. It is not the
Yeah.
Liverpool. We know we are always used to the very intense Liverpool team, like running, running, running. They will
Wrong.
run the opposition well. But this time around, we are playing slow, steady, and still running the opposition down.
Hmm.
Because remember, we've now learnt it. It's psychology, you
So
know.
with this,
Did you
your
did you
when
see that
Liverpool
second
played
goal?
Scoreline,
Chelsea,
scoreline.
Did you
Wow,
Lobster,
see?
so the psychologist.
I can hear someone from Man City talking in the background, but we are not listening
Liverpool
to you.
played Chelsea. Where was
When
this
Liverpool
happening?
played, we still won. We still beat them now.
Huh?
Call
You
Akala,
beat
Mr. Man.
Chelsea.
you beat
Yes, we
them
beat.
2-1.
Oh, you
It
see,
was a draw.
still forgotten.
That
That's
was Arsenal.
amnesia.
That
No,
was
they
Arsenal.
won.
Amnesia. You see,
They
they
drew with
forgot.
Arsenal, but they won.
Forgotten.
They beat Chelsea.
We
Okay.
beat Chelsea, and immediately
Yeah.
Chelsea scored. We scored. As they scored their goal, we
And
equalized.
Nottingham Forest beat you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. There we go again. There we go again.
What,
Talking
what's your,
from the
what's your
Ah, easy.
background.
scoreline? What's your
No, but,
scoreline, Lobster?
Loves what's your score?
like I said, this is like a 2-0 game.
2-0.
2-0.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
Ireland is
Are you
going
go-
to try.
you can as
Ellen
well.
Ireland
Who
will
is going
try.
to score? Pick your goal scorers. Since you are
Ellen
picking
Ireland
them.
is going to try, but Luis Diaz is going to score and Salah is going to score. If you want to
Okay.
put that on your parlay, do it on your parlay. You know.
Okay.
Tonadori, what's your prediction?
It's a 2-1 game.
A 2-1 game.
City is probably going to win 2-1, or it's going to be a draw, or 1-1 draw.
Hmm. Okay. All right. And I think we have one more game on Monday as well.
Yeah, no,
Liverpool can play on
I think
Monday
it's Tuesday. I
because
think
they play calm.
no, that's it. That's
Okay. The next
the next
round
weekend.
of fixtures resumes on Tuesday. But I mean, I'm excited. It's just one break, and then we go into a new set of games on Tuesday. So we'll be back. We'll be back. Stay with
Yeah.
us. It'll be exciting. Charles,
You
any
and,
final
and
thoughts?
one more thing. I want one more thing that I need to say before we go.
Okay.
You know who the
Loves
pressure
you to give
is
the final
on
thoughts.
to
Go
win
ahead.
this. There's only someone who has the pressure to win this game on the weekend. Man City, not Liverpool. Always have that at the back of your mind, at the back of your head.
The pressure is
Liverpool,
on you.
Liverpool has more opportunity to decide to draw the game and maintain that 9-point gap.
I think the pressure is actually on you, Lopsy,
Just play
because
13
Pressure is
games.
not. Remember, like our
City have
coach said
won the
something.
league four
Oh,
times in a row.
our coach said something this
So the
week.
pressure is on you
The
guys
most
to take the
important
mantle
game,
over
the
and show
most
that you're
important
here.
game during this period was us winning Southampton, not the City game. Because while sometimes teams focus, like I know some teams who were nearly trying to win it, but they focused on the big game, ignoring the small game. You are not supposed to do that.
Hmm.
I know two teams who've tried that recently. They tried to focus on the big
So,
game
Okay.
in the small game, and that
You know
small
what?
is what
so,
Game is going to
usually
come
affects
very
them.
quick.
So
so,
the
so,
difference now is what you see. This is
so
a
what
prepared
you
team.
need to realize now is the league is not
Liverpool will win.
it's not a top two league. It's not a top three league.
Okay.
There are at least 7 teams that can beat each
Fine.
other comfortably in that league, right? Liverpool cannot play Brighton and be confident they will win. They can't play Spurs and be confident. They can't play
We
Man
won
U and
them back to back. We won them
yeah,
back to back
they
this
can't
season.
play Arsenal
This
and be
season.
confident. So
We
there are
won them
so
back to
many
back this
games. There
season.
are so many games that are lined up that is different from the era in which you just believe that there's only one competition. If you
I
draw
didn't know
against
there will be one day that I'm going to see a City fan talking like this. Wow, this is
Okay.
surprising.
yeah, remember, we are number 2 and we're still the champions. If the league ends today and the league is declared undecided, we are still champions.
All right. On that note, guys, just to wrap up, I would say this. I actually agree with Lobsy that the pressure is actually on City.
There's no pressure.
Because whatever happens in that game,
Liverpool
remains
still no number one.
Whatever happens in that game, City would. Arsenal and Chelsea win their game and City loses. Arsenal and Chelsea go above City.
Hmm.
And City is the one that has lost their last 5 games. You understand?
Oh.
City is the one with the coach that has scratched off his
Oh,
forehead.
they have not even proved that they can
The
win a
thing
game.
is,
So
the
they
thing
draw
is,
today.
it hasn't mattered how far behind City has been over the last 5-6
I
seasons.
know. I was going there.
I think the onus is on Liverpool to show that they are here to maintain that lead and they
Yes.
are here to wrestle that title away.
So hold on. In summary, the pressure for this game is on City. City needs to win this game more than Liverpool needs to win this game. Because if Liverpool loses this game, they remain number one. Their position doesn't drop. City, on the other hand, they will drop. If Arsenal and Chelsea win, they literally drop to fourth. Now, no, let me just wrap up real quick. Now, the pressure for the league is definitely on Liverpool. City have won it 4 times in a row. City can drop to 5th and still come back. We know their pedigree. We know the culture. You understand? But for this particular game, the pressure is on City. Because City needs to win more than Liverpool needs to win.
Olumide,
Yeah, go ahead.
if Liverpool wins this game, they have a chance of comfortably winning the league.
Yes.
If they don't, you are going to get into this December busy period in which no matter how good you are, you're playing a game every 2-3 days.
But it's busy for everyone, though.
Yes,
Everyone.
exactly. It's going to be busy for everyone, but at that time,
Liverpool are going to start picking up
you
injuries
are
now.
forced as a coach. You are forced to play somebody on the bench because this other guy played 2 days ago.
Yeah.
As
I
Liverpool
agree,
has
but I
been
personally,
doing,
I'd rather be in
and the
Liverpool's
only coach who has been doing that very
So,
well is the
so,
Liverpool coach.
so regardless of how you do it, no matter how good you are going to get tired and drop points in this December busy period because you might end up playing 5 games or 8 games in a space of 3-4 weeks.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
Man City has been doing that already, even before the busy season. So what makes us think they're going to win? They've been losing already before it becomes busy. When it becomes busy, what's it going to happen?
Remember, the pressure is not on Man City. They've won this. The players are not
The
even
pressure
excited
is
winning
still
the
on Man
league.
City. Let's not deceive ourselves.
All
Okay.
right. Talking about pressure that makes diamonds. Pressure is on Man City, pressure on
Pressure,
Liverpool. Also
pressure.
getting results, and we look forward to the game. This was great. Biodun was start of the argument and he had to drop off. Thank you for if you stuck with us for this long. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we look forward to next week. Have a blessed evening.
You guys, bye.